Hi, my name is CerinaShippey. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please comment, subscribe, and like, even if it's an emoji, so that the YouTube algorithm can put Black people like me on the screen, period. And I have a special announcement. I have launched a Patreon where I put all of my writing. I also have different tiers. Tier 1 is access to basically all my writing. Any post writing that I upload, you have access to that. Tier 2, it's like access to writing as well as access to weekly videos that I make about one of the topics that I wrote about, but more in depth. And tier 3 is access to all the things I mentioned and individual videos that I will make for those Patreons. There's only 15 slots available and access to a Discord chat that I lead and run. I made this Patreon to support me and the work that I am doing and am continuing to do and the work that will be coming. I'm super excited to continue my writing in that capacity, and I hope that you guys are able to subscribe. If you do subscribe to my Patreon, any tier, I actually will be mentioning those patrons on all of my YouTube videos. So yeah. But today I'm really excited about what I'm talking about today, because I feel like it's really hard to find cute, aesthetically pleasing Black YouTubers. Based off of my time on YouTube has been really weird. I started an account in 2014, but I never made videos. I mainly was just watching people, and it was kind of around that time where I think like Google and YouTube, either Google bought YouTube or Google did something with YouTube where it forced you to make an account, because previously I never had one, because you didn't need one to just watch videos or to even like and comment, I think. Don't quote me on that, but there's some weird thing in 2014 where Google somehow forced you to make a YouTube account to like do simple things. So I was like, you know what, let me just make one. And I mainly I started with like white queer watching white queer people based off of Tumblr, because again, they tend to put white YouTubers at the forefront. So I watched a whole bunch of that until I found like Black YouTubers, and then after that I was on like the BuzzFeed obsession thing when BuzzFeed was like at the peak of its popularity, I would say. And then I started branching out, and I would say most recently, like since summer, I would say I actually started following more Black YouTubers. Not to say that I wasn't following any before, but now I feel like I'm more intentional about making sure that I have, like, you know, specifically Black YouTubers, because again, the algorithm doesn't favor them. But that's why I'm excited to talk about them today, because there's a lot of like cute niche ones out there who fit that little cute like aesthetic. When I mean aesthetic, I mean just, you know, the cute little ones. I feel like Black girls or Black femmes just existing aesthetic, like I love that. Like I don't know why I like it so much, but I like it. I feel like it's really hard to find Black YouTubers who just exist and get followers for that. And what I mean by that is it's really easy to find white content creators who kind of just do the bare minimum or do essentially nothing and are just, you know, showing their daily life and get thousands and thousands of followers and subscribers. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to, you know, just vibe and get attention for that. Like I'm not critiquing that at all, but there's a clear difference that Black content creators are expected to be very, very incredibly thorough or essentially perfectionists in order to even get close to the amount of views of white content creators who don't really do much but just sit there. So that's why I kind of, especially on TikTok, I love going on my way to find Black people, but particularly Black femmes who just are pretty, and that's it. And I like to just give them views for that, because I feel like Black people, but particularly Black femmes, are not allowed to just sit and be pretty and like get attention for that. Like we're always expected to give or perform or do something in order to be seen as viable or expected to get attention, like they have to do something. And I also think, because everything goes back to slavery, I also think that goes back to Black people constantly feeling the need to be productive, because you know, slavery times, if you weren't productive, if you weren't slaving, you would be punished immediately. So there's this connection oftentimes that Black people have of, oh, if I'm not working right now, this is bad. So I like purposely going on my way to find content creators who are just aesthetically pretty or just aesthetically pleasing, and just watch that. A lot of the people on my list do produce things, or the majority of them actually do produce things, but I also like that they take their time. And as I explain each YouTuber, you'll kind of get a bigger idea of what I'm talking about in terms of just like the vibe of the silence, the aesthetic that I'm describing, because I'm not really doing a good job of it right now. It's easier to just show based off of my examples. So I created this list in order of popularity. That way the people who have lesser following amounts get more attention, or are at the forefront of the video, so that you can support them. I will be putting the links of all the people I mentioned in the description, so click that and like read through it. I'll number it and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this, because again, it's really hard to find this niche of like Black content creators. I've noticed, like, I don't even know what to Google. Like if I were to go to the YouTube search bar, and if I were to put Black content creators, that would be way too big of a search field, and it's really hard to find. I think most of the people I've found on this list have been through Twitter or by recommended in the YouTube. So if you're not purposely going out your way to find these people, you will not find them. And again, the YouTube algorithm doesn't necessarily put Black people at the forefront of whatever sector that these creators are in YouTube, whether that be gaming, makeup, etc, etc. Anyway, so let's get started. Also today I will not be doing a plant update, because it was too close. Like, my plans haven't really changed much since the last one, so I'm just gonna do plant updates every once in a while when they've really like changed, but they'll still be present in the video, because you know, we like greenery, we like the scenery, etc. But the first person on my list is Grape Syrup. Grape Syrup is a non-binary YouTuber. I love, you know, those people who are just funny, but they're not intentionally funny, and they have dry humor, and they're really ironic or whatever. Like, that's the energy that they give me. I love them so much. They have that cute little hipster, you know, that queer artistic vibe. Like, I'm queer, I'm mysterious, and I'm artistic. That's the energy that they give, and I absolutely love it. Love them so much. They're very much themselves. They just exist. Like, this is what I mean by they just exist. Like, they make videos based off of what they're thinking and just post it, and that's it. There's nothing flashy or showy. Not to say that flashy or showy is bad, but that's kind of the norm. Whereas they're like, you know what, I'm gonna just make a video every once in a while, and when I make it, I make it, and when I post it, I post it. And I love that. I really, truly, genuinely love that about them. They do a lot of vlog type things, so they'll do something and then talk about a topic while they're doing something. So for example, I think one of their videos, they were like going shopping. Literally, they were going grocery shopping, but they were also talking about friendship and lessons that they had learned in their life while they were going shopping, and then they were like returned home. So it felt like I was going along with them. Like, it was definitely one of those cute little videos where like, oh, I'm following this person, I'm seeing what their daily life is like in a very simplistic way, but I'm also getting information, I'm also getting more content, I'm also learning about life and social things in this very unique way. Their videos almost always make me laugh, and it's not laugh like slapstick comedy. It's not like that. It's more just they exist, and the way that they speak, their mannerisms are very enjoyable and very funny to watch. Yeah, I truly get pleasure from their videos. Like, they could just unbox something and I would watch it, because that's how pleasurable the viewing experience is from their channel. I also love the colors that they use. They're almost always outside, so it's very like, even in fall, because they live in Montreal, is very bright. It's very bright. All their vlogs, all their videos, the lighting is always really bright. And sometimes they do makeup. They also talk about routines, and you know, they really just exist. They also talk a lot about topics in the world. So one of their videos that was actually really interesting and I never thought about before was healing from narcissism as Black people and white people are narcissists. Those two videos, I was like, I would have never ever put two and two together of like white people suffer from narcissism and that is kind of why they are unable to empathize with Black people. Like, I never would have put those two ideas together at all. And they also like cite sources and stuff a lot of the time. So I just truly love their vibe, their aesthetic. I feel like every time I watch their videos, I feel like I'm sitting in a garden and we're talking. That's the vibe I would say I would get from Grape Syrup. Even their name is so cute and quirky. It's very quirky, queer, artsy vibe is what I get from them. Love them so much. And I'm also Twitter mutual, so that's how I found their YouTube. I'll also be sure to kind of explain how I found each person's YouTube channel and, you know, what I think of it, etc. So the next person we have is Abigail Robinson. Abby's videos are so funny to me because most of them are about Bar College, which is the school I go to, but I don't really watch the videos for Bard. I watch Abby's videos because of the chaos that they ensue. Like, she's a super honest in a really hilarious way. Her personality is just chaotic. Chaotic is the definition of Abby's personality. And her YouTube channel is Mother Abigail. She calls herself Mother Abigail on her Instagram, like everywhere on the majority of her platforms. Like, not only does she do college stuff, but she also does, again, kind of the same vibe of I'm just doing normal things, but because of my personality, it makes the video really pleasurable, but in a different way. It's more funny because, again, she's very chaotic. So she did a video about moving in day and how she went to Carnival. She literally went to Carnival the weekend that you're supposed to move in for college, and like Monday she decided to go to Carnival. Like, it just went to Carnival and then moved in afterwards. It's really hard to explain her videos because it's a very visual thing, and she's just super funny. Like, that really is all there is to it. She also isn't necessarily consistent with her YouTube, and she hasn't been as active lately, but I know that she'll be more active, I think, later. I got to know Abby's videos because I know her in real life and she is my cousin, my friend, so that's kind of how I got to know Abby. The next person we have is Melanated Mama. Melanated Mama, I absolutely love them. They use they them pronouns as well. Absolutely love them. They're most popular, I would say, on Twitter. They teach spiritual classes. They teach classes on ancestral veneration and Ifa. They're an Ifa devotee. They are a spiritual advisor, and they're actually my spiritual advisor. And I absolutely love their YouTube videos because they are so calming. They are so calming. You know those YouTube videos that like are like plants and nature and the calming music in the background and like visually stunning, like amazing visuals, very much auditory, visual pleases the senses type of thing. That's their videos. I absolutely, like, I would just sit and watch their videos and be like, wow, like it takes me to another place. Like, it's giving A24. It's giving A24. The visuals very much giving A24, and I absolutely love it. We love seeing Black femme presenting people vibe, do their thing. They do lots of vlogs in nature. So they went to Joshua Tree, they went to Tequit's Falls, like all these beautiful places. Even their LA room apartment tour, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Like, their taste for interior design, amazing. And then they, of course, they do spiritual videos. So how to set up your ancestral altar, videos on the Orisha tradition and Ifa. So very much informative spiritual videos, and then also gorgeous scenery. And yeah, I truly love their videos. Like, their videos make me feel like I'm at the spa. That's the best example I can give about their videos. It's just so pleasurable and so enjoyable. The next person I'm talking about is Naughty Designs. She's also a spiritualist, but she doesn't just do videos on spirituality. She does a lot of creative videos in terms of art and drawing and painting. She's the embodiment of a fairy. Everything she does, fairy like. She's also really popular on TikTok, and she does like really cute fairy makeup tutorials. Like, you know how Euphoria got super popular and everyone was doing those, and people still do those makeup looks and with the colors and stuff like that. So you know, like the gems and things that you put on your face. So she uses a lot of like butterfly thingies and puts them on her cheek and uses a lot of blush. She's literally just a fairy. Like, I love her makeup looks. They're super cute. She does a lot of spiritual videos and just fairy videos, and she's almost always outside, or she's outside a lot, and she's super sweet. Her voice is so calming. It's a little bit high and calming. You know, like those voices are like not high in an annoying way, high in a sweet way, high in a sweet and calming way. So I love watching her videos and just, again, watching her live her life. She does not need to do 10,000 things to be seen as successful or credible, and I value and appreciate that. The next person we have is Mariana. Mariana is so cute. She's a cute little introvert. I feel like, if you know how Issa Rae was the first introverted black girl for mainstream media to consume, Mariana is the YouTube version of that, but instead of it being like necessarily humor or awkward like Issa singing in the mirror, it's more just, you know, the cute little shy girl in the corner. That's her, and she's black, and I love it, and she's super cute. Like, I just want to like hug her. Like, she's so sweet and she just exists. Again, the common theme here is existing, which I'll probably talk about later. Well, she goes to NYU for videography, which is super cool, and she does a lot of philosophical videos. She'll also do a lot of research and talk about different concepts. So I think in one video she talked about being alone, and I think it was Sartre, don't quote me on that, talking about Sartre and different philosophers that she had learned about, and just talking about being alone and relating that to her own experience. She talks a lot about being introverted and how that affects her. She talks a lot about college and like dark academia, stuff like that. I love the quality of her videos. I love her voice. It's super, again, like very calming and sweet and shy, like calming, sweet and shy type of thing. It's a very low voice, and she just exists, and her videos, her layouts, I love it so much. She also does a lot of walking, you know, walking and talking, and just watching her. I feel like it's a video diary. Her YouTube is the perfect example of what a video diary looks like, and I can see why she got accepted into NYU. Like, you can see in her YouTube videos, and I look forward to continue watching her. I feel like we need more representation of introverted black girls just being introverted, and, you know, I feel like, again, there's these harmful stereotypes that black women are only aggressive and loud and which is a monolithic approach to an entire race, which makes no sense. Or an entire race of women. That's not true at all. There's so many different types of black women, black non-binary people, black men, who have differing personalities. So I love seeing her just be herself. She's very much authentically herself, and she's vulnerable and she's honest. I love that. I love when creators are honest and don't think that they are all put together and perfect. I love how honest she is, and you can see that in the progression of her videos. I think in one of her videos she was talking about how she's going to stop saying, because I think when she would close the video out, she would say something along the lines of, I don't know if anyone cares about this, but yeah, that would be her outro. And then in one of her recent videos she said, I'm going to stop saying that because that's telling myself that what I produce, what I create, people don't want to listen to it or don't care about it. And I remember hearing that and being so happy and so proud of her, being like, yeah girl, period. Because I remember hearing that one time, I was like, no, that's not true. Like, I love your videos. Like, in my head I was just saying to myself, like, oh, I love her videos. Why would she say this? I'm so happy that, you know, she's being reflective in her videos. I feel like people appreciate that. I feel like society creates this expectation where when you're a content creator you have to appear perfectly polished, when it's nice to see the chips in the teacup. It's nice to see that, be like, oh, they're human too. we should not be idolizing human beings. So I love the vulnerability, I love the honesty, I love the shy vibes going on. And also another thing that she does, clearly I love her, as you can see, but another thing she does that I really appreciate is she's showing other shy, introverted people, whether they're Black or not, that you can be shy and create content. You can be shy and speak in a camera. You can be introverted and speak in a camera and present yourself in a different format. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm speaking in front of 10,000 people at a podium, but I am speaking in my room to hundreds of people through YouTube. And I love that. I love that people have that accessibility to her to be like, oh, I can do that too. So love her so much. The next person I have who is equally, if not maybe even more chaotic as Abby, as Mother Abigail, is Malik Franklin. So he got his popularity on TikTok from his editing. His editing and him as a human, chaotic. He's gay and he's Black. I think he's Afro-Latino. I'm pretty sure he's Afro-Latino. And he is just, literally his videos are chaos, pure chaos, and I absolutely love it. Like when I watch his videos, I laugh. Like I really truly laugh. Like I'm just laughing and I'm just like, oh my God. You know that one friend who always tells you a crazy story and you just sit there and all you can do is laugh because it's just pure chaos? And he finds a way to tell a story and make it super funny, whereas if another person told the same story, it could have been told in a boring way. He can turn anything into comedy. Literally anything he touches just turns into comedy, and I absolutely love it. I don't even know how to describe his editing style. I think I'm gonna have to show like a video. Yeah, I'm gonna show a video of what it looks like.
Explain the next step of our video, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm currently sitting in my friend's bathtub. Isn't that, oh, that's so humbling, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna get up close and personal for a second, sorry. The damn queen, yeah. Sure. The next part, so I feel like I left off, I don't even know where I left off, I don't know what I'm talking about. So the next part of this video is going to be, come on, be professional. What are we talking about? Be a YouTuber, do your job. Oh, hair. Ooh. This is the one, okay, let me go, okay, professional YouTuber. Apply hairstyle products. I think this is the one for me. Because if you remember earlier in the video, I was like, book is created by a middle-aged white man. So, you know, he's probably thinking you only need 2 things for your hair. Because like, if you have hair like this, you're just fucking screwed. But
so that's Malik. I wish him all the best. I think he started his YouTube specifically pretty recently, because there's like this TikTok to YouTuber transition pipeline that I see going on, which is so funny, but I love it. So I think he takes a while to upload because I'm pretty sure those edits take forever. I can't even imagine how long those edits would take. Pure chaos, and I absolutely love it, and I'm here for it. The next person we have is Jade Fox. Jade Fox is a well-known, if you're in like the Black queer YouTube community, or if you are Black and queer, watch Black queer YouTubers, you'll know who she is. Jade Fox is a really cute and adorable lesbian YouTuber, and I absolutely love everything she produces. She just recently moved from LA to like Oregon, I think, and she documented that as well. She also has a Patreon, and I absolutely love her. She'll review, like, you know those lesbian thirst traps? Like she'll review those, and people in the comments will always come for her because she always chooses Black women, which personally I like. I'm like, she should have kept doing that, but anyways, that's just my personal bias. But I just thought that was so funny, like her reaction to the TikTok, and she'll really rate them. Like she'll rate them and be like, the presentation of this thirst trap is 1 out of 10 or whatever. It is so funny. She also does like this, I think, weekly review video, or just like monthly review. I don't know how often she does it. I'm pretty sure it's weekly review video of current events, and the way she talks about it is so funny. I just love her. I feel like even though she's a part of like the queer lesbian and the Black lesbian YouTube community, when I go to her channel, I feel like it's her own little corner. It feels like she, you know, in the library when you're like in 5th grade and you have those little library nooks with the cushions and stuff on the floor. That's how I feel when I go to her YouTube channel. She sat me down on this cushion and we're just talking, and she's really cute and adorable and funny, and I just admire her. She's like a little adorable, like awkward person. Like, I just love her so much. The next person is Bebee. Oh my God. I found her through Twitter. Her tweets are hilarious. Her followers, even more funny in her comments, whether it be YouTube or Twitter. And then I found her YouTube, and I absolutely love her YouTube. Her YouTube videos tend to be like 40 minutes long, and it feels like 10 minutes when I watch her videos. Like, it's so funny. She calls it a YouTube beauty and entertainment channel, and she completely just drags everybody. Anybody you can think of, she drags. It's so funny. She'll drag, and I love it. Like, she makes sure people are accountable for the foolishness, and you know that there are so many foolish people out there. Like, she'll clock them. And I love her opinions. Like, I think she reviewed I forgot her name, but that white girl on the Red Table Talk where Jada Willow and Jada's mom, I forgot her name, were there. And she was the girl whose moms did the college admission scandal, but she herself was quite clearly actively complicit. And she reviewed that, and her ideas, chef's kiss. Everything she said made perfect sense. She is so funny. She finds a way to make social commentary in such hilarious ways, and I absolutely love her for that. And she also drags the hell out of the makeup industry, and I love that too. And she also does like album reviews. I listened to her Victoria Monet album review, and I felt seen when I watched that, because she was describing each song as like a soundscape that you were physically in. Like, she'll be like, oh, Jaguar sounded like I was in a jungle with the leopard. She's so extra. I love it so much. So I love watching her videos. I literally watch her videos more for the entertainment than I do for the makeup. Like, I don't really care about makeup like that. I'm more there for her commentary. Absolutely love it. The next person who I love so much, so much, like, when I tell you I admired this woman so much, is Tinor. I have never in the history of YouTube seen someone's videos that are so well thought out. I feel like they're so well thought out that it makes me feel like I'm watching a TV show. Like, that's how much time and effort that she puts into her videos. Like, you can tell just from watching her videos. I'm pretty sure in one video she said that she scripted what she says, or she has some sort of script that she adheres to, and you can see it in her videos. Like, I absolutely love them so much. She uses she, they pronouns. Love her so much. She's Jamaican, period. She should be Jamaican too. She's queer. Absolutely love her so much. She also does social commentary. She does TV show reviews. Her opinions, chef's kiss. Like, I've never seen TV show reviews where her thoughts are so similar to mine, because I can't just watch this TV show and be blind, like, or not have any thoughts. When I watch a TV show or movie, anything I watch, I have like 10,000 theories, thoughts, how it applies to life, and she does that. Like, she does the same thing, and she really researches her videos. She really takes time to do her videos. I don't even think she has an uploading schedule, because she takes her time. And again, you can see the quality of production, of time, of thought, of effort in her videos. Honestly, I would not be surprised if one day she's a TV show writer or just something for film or media or something. I wish her all the best, because everything they do is 10 out of 10. Everything. She's also one of those people who use the perfect amount of words to say something. So she doesn't use too many words, and also doesn't use too little words. Everything she says is perfectly placed. You can really tell that she puts her time and effort into every video she makes. Just to give context of some of the things she's done, she talked about Euphoria. She also talked about Red Table Talk with the Jada Smith Olivia scandal thing, and I loved her thoughts on that. She talked about Grand Army. She talked about, one of her videos is titled "Wait, Does Society Want Me to Be a Hoe or a Housewife?" So societal connotations. She talked about Black media outlets and society or mainstream media's thoughts on Black media outlets. Like, just everything she does is gold. I'm gonna be honest. Everything she does, 10 out of 10 is gold. Properly thought out, properly scripted, and properly researched. When she did her Euphoria review on the bonus episode, the one with Rue in the diner, she like went out her way to properly researched drug addiction, cited multiple sources. She'll also cite like academic texts, not to say that academic texts are superior to other citation devices, but I'm just explaining the types of things that she will say. She cited YouTube videos. Like, she really researches her videos, and the quality, the product, the end goal, phenomenal. I don't even feel bad that I have to wait, because every time she releases something, it's just it's perfection. Everything she touches, perfection. As you can see, love her a lot, and I wish her all the best. The next person, these last three people are more well known, but I still put them in there because, again, I love what they do. But Tirakali, I'm actually new to Tirakali. I'm actually new to him. Most people know who he is. I did not know who he was until, again, Twitter. So I love his videos, very calming, almost always in nature, at least recently, in nature, doing some type of creative getaway. And I just like seeing Black queer men just exist in nature. Like, it's so, I love seeing Black boy joy. I love seeing Black queer men just vibe, and he's the definition of that. I'm so happy that he was able to, you know, receive his own apartment, become financially stable. Like, his own journey, his own YouTube journey is so inspiring and beautiful. Not to say that it's inspiring he succeeded in capitalism. That is not what is inspiring. It's inspiring that he kept going in the face of capitalism. I'm going to say that because a lot of people glamorize, oh my god, this person succeeded and pulled himself up by his bootstraps. Skirt. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm happy that he was able to overcome those struggles, because a lot of people don't. So I just, again, love him, very much exists, talks about various different topics. He talks about life as a creative. He'll collab with other YouTubers. He will talk about, you know, societal issues. And yeah, he also does life update things. And every time I watch his videos, I feel like I'm drinking, he drinks wine usually. I feel like I'm drinking tea in like Victorian era garden. That's how I feel when I watch his videos. I'm like, oh, I'm just drinking tea with this man in like this cute little Victorian era garden, and the butterflies are butterflying and flying around. Like, that's how I feel when I watch his videos. It's so calming. He has a very calming voice, and it's very soothing and calming voice, and I really genuinely appreciate his videos, even though I'm late to the game, but it's okay. The next person is the lovely Naima Tang. Naima Tang is a dark-skinned beauty YouTuber. She is the first like dark-skinned YouTuber I've ever seen in beauty YouTube, like ever. And I'm so happy I got put onto her, because it's very important that, especially in beauty, that there's dark skin representation, especially in makeup. Again, I appreciate Rihanna for doing what she did, and we can do even better. We can do even better than Rihanna. And I think Naima Tang is most popularly known for her she does this series where she'll buy a product from multiple different brands, I believe, and then try and find like the darkest of that thing. So I think she did that with like blush and foundation. Again, don't quote me on that, but that's what I think she's most known for. Yeah, she'll try the darkest shade of things. Usually she does complexion products, because again, you know, the complexion product is lacking and they need to do better. So I'm so happy that she's there, as again, it should not fall on her shoulders, of course. It should fall on the shoulders of corporations to do better, but I'm still happy that we have that representation, that she's there, that she's getting her coins. She also has a really soft-spoken voice. It's super sweet. I like listening to her. I feel like I'm just listening to this really cute woman. Like, I love her. So I'm happy she's there. Also, I can't imagine how helpful her makeup tips are for people who have a similar complexion to her. Like, again, I'm very grateful for YouTube for offering insight into different people's lives that we may not have had access to without it, especially for Black people. Like, you know, the natural hair movement and all of that was largely platformed and upheld by Black people going to YouTube and sharing their knowledge. So I'm happy that she exists for that purpose as well. And my last person on this list, which is the most well-known person on this list, is Jackie Aina. Jackie Aina has a special place in my heart. And the reason why is she's the first makeup guru YouTuber that I have ever come across. She's the first one. When I was in middle school and high school, I hated makeup. I hated makeup because I was one of those girls who thought that makeup was for men, like was for men's approval. So I was like, I hate makeup, but my friends dragged me into Sephora so many times that they ended up converting me into makeup. So now I love makeup. I don't really use foundation like that, to be honest. Not because I can't find shades or not because my skin or whatever. It's just like I'm lazy. And I'm lucky that I don't have skin issues. Like this is my natural, you know, naked face. And I just love eyeshadow and lipstick. Like I love me some eyeshadow. I love me some lipstick. So I never really use foundation, which is funny. Like if I were to go somewhere, I would probably mainly just use eyeshadow and lipstick. The reason why I love Jackie's videos so much is she's the first makeup person I ever watched and was entertained by what they were doing. Because in the past, I would watch makeup people that people would suggest to me and I would sit there and I would be bored. I'd be like, is it over yet? Like I hated it. Jackie has so much personality. Jackie. But yeah, Jackie Aina has a very special place in my heart, and she is like the only YouTuber I could watch and be entertained while she applies makeup. And I've learned so much, even though I don't watch her videos necessarily for the makeup, and I know that sounds crazy because what else does she do, but I learned so much about makeup that I wasn't even going there to learn for. It's kind of like, you know, when people go to another country and are there for another reason, but they end up just learning the language. That's how I feel about makeup in terms of what I've learned from her and just being there. I'm gonna be honest, I watch Jackie's videos because of her personality. That's it. I don't really watch her for makeup. I don't see myself ever being a makeup person. I'll leave that to the professionals and the people who are really devoutly interested in makeup. I'm just there because I like her humor and her personality. That's it. And I wish her all the best with Forever Mood and all the other things that she's doing. And I also enjoyed watching her vlog stuff. She travels a lot. Pre-COVID, she would travel a lot, and I liked watching those videos as well. But yeah, those are all my favorite Black YouTubers on YouTube. I think it's really important to support Black YouTube creators, but also Black content creators in general, because algorithms often don't put us at the forefront. So that's the reason why I made this video, but also just to share a lot of YouTubers that I watch actively and genuinely appreciate. And I hope that this video gave you more YouTubers and more things to watch. Thank you for watching my YouTube video, and can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.